recording, so don't forget. Welcome to Team Call, ladies. I am very excited for this month of February in general because I have a lot of awesome stuff I'm going to start bringing to you guys. And I have a ton of videos we're going to be watching this month. I do have to kind of spread them out throughout the team calls, but I wanted you guys to see them all. But I can only get to them through the new leaders conference. I'm going to mute you guys. Never mind, you muted. Okay. So I did the new leaders conference this past weekend, which if you guys did not know, that was actually supposed to be in Vegas. So I was supposed to be in Vegas last weekend for that new leaders conference. So if being in Vegas is something you want to do next year, I highly suggest you put the leaders conference, the new leaders conference on your vision board. To go to the new leaders conference, you need to be a 1-star diamond coach. Okay. There also is a couple other requirements, like you have to have a bod group and things like that. But ideally, if you can get to 1-star coach, I can fill in the rest of the little requirements for you, and I can get you and help you to new leaders conference. Okay. And so if that's something that's on your vision, I would highly suggest it. It was probably one of the most rewarding conferences I've ever been to with Beachbody. And I was kind of telling Alicia and Tennille this. I go, I love going to Super Saturdays. I even love Summit. But after a few years, it's the same information for me. You know, they go over the vital behaviors, they go over very basic information, which I love to have reiterated. And I love for you guys to hear, or even like our new coaches to hear every time we have a new Super Saturday. But for myself, I'm like, man, I need new stuff. And going to this new leaders conference, it was like, man, they didn't go over vital behaviors at all. They were going over like compensation plans and compliance, like what we can and cannot post about our income, or what we can say as Beachbody coaches and what we can't say. And like, it was like, oh, this is the information I have been just looking for. And I guess it just took me to get to this level for them to really provide it. And so if you're feeling like, man, I'm just not getting the right information from Super Saturdays or something like that, it's because we need to get you to that rank and that level through Beachbody, so you can get access to that better training. So you can, because basically that's like letting them know, hey, I'm really taking this business seriously. I have a full team. I'm running a team. Now, can you help me refine it? And that's what I really feel like this weekend did for me, is just really help me refine my 1-star business, and really help me, I think, what's going to take me to that little bit of that next level. And I've told all of you guys before, I know that when I go to that next level, it is reciprocated down into the team. And it may only be, me going up to one little level, and then you guys come up to one little level, and everybody just rises up to one little level. But over time and over the 5 years, that's how our team has grown. And maybe I'm not that coach that went 15-star diamond in 2 years, but our team has continuously leveled up every single year I've been a coach, and I don't ever plan on stopping. So it may take us 10 years to be elite. I don't freaking know. I don't care. I just know that every year, as long as we're leveling up and continuing to grow and to push ourselves, we will get there. That's what I always think. Slow and steady sometimes. And I'm totally okay with taking that long route if we need to. And so, okay, so let's talk a little bit. I do have a video for us today I want to jump into. I'm going to do a little bit of celebrations, and we're going to start off with the video, and then I'd love to actually talk about it afterwards and really have plenty of time for us to delve into this video that I have pulled up for us today. So first of all, I do want to do just a couple of celebrations. We have Team Cup going on this month, so a lot of you guys are in Team Cup. Congratulations. I'm very proud of you guys for taking that step and committing into it. You guys, even if you don't hit Success Club or your teams don't hit the goals, just know that you taking that opportunity to step into Team Cup is a commitment to your business, is a commitment to your health, and is a commitment to this team. Okay? That alone is amazing. Okay? Don't shy away from things like that. Don't shy away from an opportunity to be part of something just because you're scared you won't hit goals. The goals are perks, but it's not the sole purpose of Team Cup. The purpose is to remind you that you can help people. You have the opportunity to reach down and, okay? So that's the most important part about Team Cup, that you're banding together with a few coaches to get to just push yourselves a little bit more, see what you're capable of. Okay. So we do already have some points on the board, which I'm excited. Actually, I'm at Success Club 4, just signed up another girl today. Becky is at Success Club 2. And then my new coach, Sarah, who I think that's her, it says Sarah iPad down there if you guys see it. She's my new coach. She's on my Team Cup, and she actually signed up a girl for 9-week Control Freak too. So I'm super excited to have a new coach, and she signed up a new challenger. That's the best feeling in the world. I know that you guys can all say that when you sign up that first challenger, it is like, like it is just the best feeling in the world, knowing that you reach down and help somebody discover something that you discovered and that is helping you. And I know that all of you guys believe Beachbody Blue just like I do, and so you know what it's like to get that box in the mail. You know what it's like to press play on your first workout and start your first program, and just knowing that you can bring that to somebody else is beautiful. And then you find out you could do it to one person, and then you're like, wait, I could do it to another person and another person and another person. And to the point where, I mean, our group has hundreds of people in it, and you just think of all those people starting off on their health journey. It's super beautiful to me to know that all trickled down because I once purchased a challenge pack. I once decided to go in, and now look at all that has happened since I decided that one decision. Now we have 140 coaches on the team. I've got 40 some personally sponsored coaches. We've got hundreds, 600 girls in the challenge group, probably even hundreds more within the other challenges groups that you guys host as well. Like if you think about it, and then you think of all the people that follow us, all the thousands of people that follow each and every single one of us, and maybe they're not your challenger, but you're affecting them and you're bringing that positive light to them every single day. You guys, you have to see that ripple effect. You have to see that butterfly flap go, and just imagine if we all took it that much more serious. Imagine if we signed up that many more people, that many more girls, that extra girl. I don't know if those are words. Thank you, Allison, for catching that. You're like, I know what she said, but I get it. But you guys, truly, if you think about it, what if you reached down and grabbed one more person? And then they reached down and grabbed one more person. And then you grabbed one more person over here, and they reached down and grabbed 5 people. You just never know when you're going to bring that person on and how it's going to affect them and the ripple effect that they are going to have. If I would have known when I signed up to Neil that she was about to have a huge team and all this ripple effect, I would have never known that. And to think that if I would have never signed her up, if she would have never came into my life, over 30 coaches wouldn't exist on my team. That's just crazy to think about, and so it's really kind of cool when you start to take a step back and look at it and see what you're part of and what you can continue being part of and what you could actually have your very own footprint on. Okay. So hold that power into your hands. And I take it very seriously. Obviously, I have a lot of fun coaching and I'm a super fun person, but I also take my business very serious. I take it more and more serious every single year that I'm in it. And the more people I have, the more serious I feel like I have to be and more organized. And I level up every single time. But it's all because I'm just like, well, we made it this far. Like, we might as well keep on going. Like, I'm not going to stop now. So let's just keep trucking. And I want that same mentality from you. You've made it this far. What's next? What's next on your plate? What's next on your vision? What's next on your goals? And how can I or your upline or these fellow girls help you achieve that? Okay. That's what I love about Team Cup. You got goals. Let's lean on each other and achieve them together. Okay. I love that idea that we can celebrate each other without feeling depleted ourselves. you know, have you ever had that, like, where you're like, man, oh, I'm so happy for her, but poor me. Like, I really don't get that here on this team. I really feel like we just support each other. It's like, oh my gosh, look at her go, look at her go, everybody. And everybody's just rising at the same time. I don't feel like anybody's being left behind. I feel like everybody is moving at their own pace, but right alongside each other the whole time too. So it's really cool to watch. And I just wanted to take an extra second to remind you guys to take a step back and realize what you're part of, and realize that each and every single one of you have such an imprint right here in this team, and that you can even imprint even more whenever you decide to. But it has to be a decision from you, and it has to come from your actions as well. Um, so let's talk about what's next on your list. Okay. So I do want to talk. I do have a couple girls that I was looking down through the team, and maybe you're one of them, maybe you're not. Maybe you have somebody on your team who is like this, but I saw a couple girls, you guys, that we only have one coach. And I always hate that, because you're not getting advantage of the team cycle bonuses. So when you only have one coach, you're not emerald yet. Okay, let me back up. So when you sign up a coach, for one, you forfeit your commission. Okay. That is something that I actually didn't know. No one told me that in the beginning when I first signed up as a coach and I started signing up coaches. No one told me, oh, by the way, you forfeit commission. That's how they get the discount. No one's told you that by now. I want to tell you that right now. Okay, so the reason why I'm telling you that is because I want to tell you this too. And that a lot of people, when you say, hey, I want to sign you up as a coach, they think it's for you. And I go, actually, it's not for me. I don't want to sign you up as a coach for me. I actually lose money by signing you up as a coach, really. I forfeit my commission so you can be a coach and so you can get that discount. That's something, you guys, I think we should really remember and remind people as we're talking to them about coaching. Okay. I am not signing you up as a coach because I'm going to get more money from you. Now, maybe if you happen to be a coach and you take off and start selling like crazy, yes, I would make bonuses off your volume, but I'm giving you an opportunity to get the discount, and it's actually going to give me a hit. I'm actually taking a hit by locking you in on a discounted rate. Okay. It's for them. It really is. And I think sometimes people don't know that, but it's something we can absolutely remind people of. Because I've had people before, and in the beginning, they'd be like, well, why do you, what does it benefit you? They'll be like, oh, does it just benefit you for coaching? I had a girl tell me that once, and I didn't know how to answer it. And I wish I would have thought of it now, or I wish I would have known then. What I say now is that actually, it doesn't benefit me initially. I'm forfeiting commission so you can become a coach on my team. You get the discount, and basically I just lock you in as an accountability partner. Okay. So signing those people up as coaches, all you're doing is locking in your accountability partners. Okay. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for people who are interested in sticking it out with you. Saying, hey, I want to lock you in on your Shakeology, and I totally understand that it might cost a little bit. So why don't we sign you up as a coach? I will forfeit my commission so you can get the discount, and then you can just lock in as my accountability partner. Okay. So that's a way that you can kind of talk to people, because once you do get those two coaches, that turns you into emerald, which opens your doors for business, is what Beachbody likes to say. And really what that means is you're available for team cycle bonuses. Okay. So every time there's 200 volume on one leg and 100 volume on the other leg, boom, it cancels out and you get $14. Okay. If you only have one coach, they're just sitting there building volume, and it's never going to cancel out. Okay. So that's why you always want those two coaches, because that's going to help you get those team bonuses. Maybe $14 isn't a lot, right? Like in the beginning, you get $14, once a month or every other month. Of course, that's not going to be a lot. But eventually, as you keep getting coaches and they're buying $100 and $200 in volume, you can see how that volume can actually really be created quite quickly. There's some times where I have had 3, 4, 5 cycles in a day. And once you get up to diamond, you actually get $18 every cycle. And so it's kind of like a working smarter than harder situation, because I'm basically making money by girls still purchasing product, but they're getting the discount, and I'm getting income off of their bonuses. Okay. So I did just see a couple girls in the back. I'm going to probably message you guys too, of just the ones that I saw that I'm like, man, I would love to get another coach under her, because if she could get emerald, then yeah, like Ellen, I would love to get another coach under you, because I would just love to see you get those team cycle bonuses, because you deserve them. Absolutely, you deserve them. You are such a powerhouse on like my social media, and you help so much. Like, you deserve team cycle bonuses. And so if we could just lock in that second challenger for you as a coach, so you can start earning some team cycle bonuses that will also take you to the next level. You start earning free leads at that point. So that means anytime. Yes, Ellen. So anytime Beachbody, people go to Team Beachbody and just sign up for like free trials or the 3-month access, those people are funneled to any coach, Emerald and above. So I was actually just saying that I got a free lead today, but she actually purchased products. So she had purchased Shakeology and Energize, and Beachbody just funneled this lady to me. And that's because I'm a diamond coach, or I think right now I'm technically a diamond coach in my status. And then I don't know how she got funneled to me. I guess it's probably because I hit Success Club 8 last month, and I've been signing up a bunch of people, and they just start funneling. They'll just literally, like, you'll come up in the queue and they'll just start funneling people to you. So I'm getting free commission off of this lady that Beachbody just funneled me to. I'm going to email her and say, hey, here's my account, here's my social media, why don't you come join, and we'll just see if we can carry her on. But those are really, guys, those free leads are totally worth it too. And I also just think that it's always just the next level. So that's kind of like your first little rank advancement. And then we go up to Ruby or Diamond, and we just keep on trucking. Yeah, Allison, go ahead.
So where do you see, when you get a funneled coach, where does that pop up at so that you see them so you don't miss them?
Yeah. Let me see if I have my coach up here. Okay, I'm going to screen share for you.
I was gonna say, Allison, it'll be under the first thing you'll look at is your orders, is where it'll pop up first, because you'll see that you're getting commission from them. And then it'll also be in the coach orders as well. Jenny, I'll show you that.
Yeah. Okay, so let me go back over here. So if you're looking on your desktop view, it may be a little bit different than your phone view. But if you look down here in my business alerts, you're going to have new customers, but you're also going to have new inherited customers. That is usually where I find them.
Okay, thanks.
Yep. So that will be if somebody switched over to you, or if they came from Beachbody. Yes. Your belly feels sick? You feel like you're
Thanks, Alicia, too.
Okay, can you go lay down can you go tell Papa? Okay, thank you. Are you gonna puke? Oh, they're ready for that. He said his belly hurts, so we'll see how he feels. Hopefully. But yeah, it'll be right in those business alerts. It's right in that inherited customers. And you can also look under new customers. I think it goes under both possibly. But that's where you can find them. You can also, I think there's another spot too. Oh, I'm not screen sharing anymore. Let me look for that other spot. I think there's another spot in a drop down under like my customer orders. Like there's a funnel that you can. Have you ever done like this like bod thing where you can see like your subscriptions and orders? Okay, I'm gonna go back over here. Monitor my business, not my drill down. Lead program, is that it? Oh, now I'm gonna have to look. They used to have another spot for it too. I don't think this is it. No, this is like how you get leads. That's interesting too. You guys ever just like click around? There's all kinds of stuff back here. Seriously, all kinds of stuff all the time. Okay, So I'll find that, Allison. I'll let you know where that is instead of clicking with you guys. There's another spot. It's right in your business alerts when you get on there. The thing is though too, is you have to be an active emerald. So that's something that you have to also remember. So if you have a girl that's like inactive or something like on your left leg, but your right leg is active, then your emerald is not active. So which means they're not going to be funneling free leads to you. So you have to be active and emerald for them to start funneling those free leads to you. And they may even wait until it's like active for longer than a week. You know, you might have to be active for several weeks in a row showing that you're actively coaching before they just start funneling free leads to you. Okay. So make sure you're being really active when it comes to like signing people up. Tennille, I think I see a little hand.
Yes, I just wanted to add in, when I get free leads, I actually have an email saved in my emails. I'm talking.
I don't care.
In my emails, I have an email saved. So like when I get a lead, all I have to do is like just copy and paste it, or even just it's in the draft. So I just copy their email, throw it in there, and send it. And sometimes I update it too, because I let them know, the accountability groups that are going on, or what the sneak peek that's happening right now, the free group happening next week. Like I add, bits and pieces of what's going on that they can plug themselves into. And I put my Instagram at the bottom, and I put my Facebook at the bottom too, so they can find me easily.
Love that. I actually just pulled mine up now that you said that. So give me a little second to pull it up. So this is kind of what it's super simple. I probably need to update it. Oh no, I do have this one says I live in Orlando. But I just give like a little like, hey, I'm your Beachbody coach. I'm so honored you be on my team. Feel free to reach out with any questions you may have. Here's a little bit about me. And then I can plug you into groups. And so I kind of do what Tennille just said. So like, here's my Facebook link. Here's my free clean eating group link. This one I had attached my free Christmas, fitness group, and then follow me on Instagram. So super simple. Don't overwhelm them too much with like a bunch of stuff, but just give them opportunities to be able to connect with you on something other than probably email. It's just easier for me. But yeah, I literally do the same thing. So I actually have a message on my phone every 30 days to message on my free leads. So I literally sit down one day a month and message on my free leads unless they came through as product. So if they were just like free leads, people getting like free trials and stuff like that, I message those people like once a month. Or at least make sure I've messaged everybody once a month. So sometimes I tend to be up on to date, but I at least have that notification once a month that says, did you check in with all your free leads? And that I can go back and be like, oh yeah, let's go back the last 30 days and just make sure I've talked and messaged all my free leads. Okay. So that's just something you can start working into. Go ahead, Allison.
So when would you add them to your group though? Like, do you just let them make that decision? Do you just put that feeler out and they come back to you? Do you put them in your accountability big group thing?
So I always invite them to my BOD group. I invite everybody to my new BOD group, or
Okay.
also when they get assigned to you as a coach, they will automatically see your BOD groups available. So like they can automatically join that. If they actually respond back or add me as a friend on Facebook or follow me on Instagram and say something to me, that's when I will actually add them to like my Facebook group. I usually wait for some sort of correspondence from them before I just add them in, because so I don't want a bunch of creepy people. I don't know. Like, I just always want to make sure they're like real people, not just like fake emails or whatever. Like I kind of always, for sure. Tennille, I agree. On free leads, I barely get a response. I will get a response every once in a while, but my paid leads, which is if you hit Success Club 10, the following month, you get a paid lead, which means you get somebody that purchases a challenge pack, not just like a free trial. Now, I have received some amazing paid leads. Like some of my best challengers have been free paid leads, and they just went to Beachbody and signed up, and I was assigned their coach, and I have been their coach for several years. I have a girl named Megan who she literally purchases more Beachbody products, I swear, than like anybody I know. She was a free paid lead, and she will not become a coach. She wants to be a challenger. And I'm like, all right, I'll just keep taking your money, but that's fine. But she's like the best challenger in the world. Like she's like literally done like every program. She drinks her Shakeology every day. She does the performance, the energize, the collagen, the beach bars. She orders stuff like weekly. And I'm always like, dude, you should really think about being a coach. I was like, you would save like $100 a month by all the products. And she's like, oh no, it's okay. I'm like, okay, I'm like, I'm not going to argue, but I just offer it to her every once in a while. And I think actually once the preferred customer thing launches, I think she'll do that. I think it's just the whole idea of her being a coach that she just shies away from. But I'm really excited about, they're going to launch the preferred customer where they can pay the business fee and just take advantage of the discount. They can't sell product or anything like that, but they can take advantage of the discount just by doing, that'll be called preferred customers. So Beachbody is going to launch that here in the spring. If that's the first time you've heard that, just know that I promise I'll fill you guys more in on that when it gets a little bit closer and when they launch it. But I have other stuff I need to talk to you guys about tonight. Okay. So I wanted to really talk about Emerald for just those few people that are kind of hanging out in there and like, all right, it's time to bump up to that next level. Or maybe you have girls that are sitting with one coach and now it's time for you to help them go to that next level as well. Okay. So maybe it's you, or maybe it's a girl on your team. Either way, we could all go to that next level, and Emerald is you plus 2. You guys don't complicate it. Okay. Diamond is you plus 12. Don't complicate it. Okay. When we overcomplicate it, when we think it's hard, that's exactly what it's going to be. Okay. When we make it easy, when we make it sound simple, when we just kind of go with it and you just offer it to people, don't put so much seriousness on it. Just keep going. You're going to find your people. I promise you. Okay. If I really thought that you weren't, like, you wouldn't be here. I know that all of you guys are capable of finding 1 or 2 more people. Okay. I know it for a fact. You have to know it though. You have to say, I know I can find another person. I found one. I can find another. I remember when Allison, she was like, I found one. And she was like, hey, I found another. And you were like, holy shit, I got a 3rd coach. You were just like, holy crap, But we were like, hey, you found one, you can find another. You find another, you can find another. And that's just how I've even lived my coaching. Is like when Tennille first hit Diamond, I was like, hey, if she can hit Diamond, so can another. And then we had Alicia hit Diamond. And I'm like, hey, if they can do it, we can have another. Like, it is possible, but I need the belief to be on both sides. I believe in you. Do you believe in you? That's where it needs to come from. Okay. Okay. So open your doors, team cycle bonuses, forfeit commission for, okay. Yeah, I already read all that. Okay. So now we're to this video that I really, really want to watch with you guys. Just know that we're going to watch it through, take notes as you can. She goes, not fast, but there's so much information. I remember the first time I heard it, I was like, wait, what? We're going to go back through and break it down. Okay. So take notes as you can, then we'll go back through it and backtrack into some of the spots that I think were really important. Okay. Okay. So let me get over here. Okay. So this is, oh, I just want to close that. There we go. Okay, so her name is Nicolette. She is a top coach, 5-time elite coach, and she spoke on our New Leaders Conference this past weekend. So let me make sure my volume is up for you guys. And I really, really enjoyed this call. Hopefully you guys all have pen and paper because she gets right down to business right away. So be ready to kind of take notes. Lots of good stuff here.
Hello, NLC attendees. I'm Nicolette Anderson. And first of all, I have to say I'm so proud of each one of you for making it a priority to be here at NLC 2021. Today, I want to share with you some of the steps that I took to help my new coaches find success from the get-go. When I sign up a new coach, my first goal is to understand what they want out of this so we can put together a roadmap for success. We need a program commitment according to their goals, a strong understanding of the benefits of daily Shakeology and the performance line, and forward motion and learning to be mindset or ultimate portion fix. I teach my new coach how to cast their vision on social media so they feel confident and sharing and inviting to this incredible solution, even if they haven't had a transformation yet. To best start sharing that vision, we use a struggle web, which is basically a brain dump of pain points, struggles, and obstacles in life that this new coach is here to overcome. This struggle web is social media gold because even though they might not be where they want to be yet, Beachbody is a vehicle to get there. They now have the solution and are taking action to make positive change, which is way more than most can say. And I bet they have countless friends, family, and connections who are stuck somewhere in that struggle web with no plan for change or a solution. So let's find those people and bring them with us from day one. Let's create posts that will reach and inspire those people. From here, we can create a posting plan for social media. Giving an outline for social media for a new coach is huge because majority aren't used to being in the spotlight and consistently sharing on their platform. I help them get set up with their first 5 posts. Monday is the coach announcement. Tuesday is a vulnerable pain point post. Wednesday, workout behind the scenes. Thursday, a recipe or a nutritional tip they've learned so far. Friday, and I bet you didn't know post, where they can share something that they don't think their friends and family know about why they're here doing what they're doing. And I encourage them to share any posts with me so they have that extra level of security and posting, and it shows me they're actually doing the work. And I can help them come up with connection and invite messages based on the posts that they're putting out there as well, especially that initial new coach announcement post. Now that we've got a simple plan, I need to know their commitment level, their goals, and to demystify the business a bit by talking about obstacles that will rear their heads and how they can keep moving forward regardless. When it comes to their level of commitment, I like to ask if they want to launch and go all in, or if they're more interested in doing their own thing, not looking for much structure, business accountability, or mentorship. From here, we'll talk about schedule and how they can manage their time to best fit their business into a daily routine. Waking up early and going to bed later and giving up downtime isn't an easy thing. So I need to help them identify their why, convictions behind it, and some smaller, exciting, tangible goals to strive for. I want them to dig beyond the, I just want to help others, so I encourage them to get a little selfish. I'll ask questions like, when you're consistently finding new clients and helping people, what will that weekly income do for you? What would it do for your family? Is there something special you'd love to do with that extra income? And how will it feel to be able to do these things? And I encourage them to share these answers with their family as well. The kids, the spouse, and whoever else deserves to know why they're here doing what they're doing, why it's so important, and what it's actually gonna look like when they're working. Then I'll flip that script and ask how it will affect their family if they aren't consistent and don't work to achieve those goals. What kind of stress, missed opportunities, and disappointments could that potentially cause? This is where we identify the consequences that they'll face if they decide to sleep in or prioritize reality TV over the business and the vision that they have for it. Next on the agenda is mapping out Emerald, Success Starter, and Diamond to set those expectations from the get-go. As their mentor, they need you to set the benchmarks because they don't know what any of these things mean or how long it should necessarily take, and in most cases, they really don't even know how to make money. We set a goal of 90 days to Diamond Rank and Success Starter. That's 12 people. This basically means by their 3rd month, they'll have earned over $800 by signing up 12 coaches with basic challenge packs. This doesn't even include the Team Cycle bonus. To reverse engineer that, we need to find 4 or 5 people each month. Simple. Then I'll ask, what will $800 90 days from now do for your family? What will your spouse say? Where would that income go? It's exciting, right? So now we've got to demystify things a bit. I don't want this new coach to expect all unicorns and rainbows. We'll work through what could potentially derail them from commitment to their business and brainstorm with ideas on how they can stay consistent and resilient regardless. I'll magnify the fact that they will get objections and no's way more than yeses. They will have posts that get no love and conversations that get ghosted. It's all normal. Welcome to the club. It offers zero validation to stop moving forward. And I explain that every conversation and every post is a seed planted and is pulling on more heartstrings than they could ever know or imagine. So now it's time to plug this new coach in. I give my new coaches an individual welcome post in our team page. I want them to feel special, seen, and connected to the team. I plug them into my new coach message pod on Facebook Messenger. This is a small group mentorship that I have with my new coaches each month. Within this message pod, I answer questions, encourage business activity, and can easily keep a close eye on my new business partners. Most importantly, I celebrate the behaviors that I want everyone to duplicate. When a new coach shares their announcement post, I'll screenshot it and put it into our thread and give them praise and encourage everyone else to go love on it. When a new coach signs their spouse or their first coach, I'll celebrate.
That was weird. No! What just happened? Let me try clicking it again. That was weird. Oh, I feel like I did see that. Actually, no, I think I'm putting together why they had to repost her video specifically. I saw they reposted that video and I was like, why would they repost that? Because it was right there. Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. Hopefully you guys are loving it. Don't lose that mindset. Okay, now I'm gonna have to scroll through all these people's posts though. How am I gonna find out? Somebody know an easy way to find videos? Let me see. Maybe there's a top thing. Oh, I could probably search her name. What's up, Bob? You feeling okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Say something.
Yeah.
Can I please get you that?
Okay, here it is. Not right now. Afterwards, okay?
Okay, after your meeting?
Yes, thank you.
Nicolette Anderson, and first of all, I have to
I'm gonna try and fast forward it to where we were.
So now it's time to plug this new coach in. I give my new coaches an individual welcome post in our team page. I want them to feel special, seen, and connected to the team. I plug them into my new coach message pod on Facebook Messenger. This is a small group mentorship that I have with my new coaches each month. Within this message pod, I answer questions, encourage business activity, and can easily keep a close eye on my new business partners. Most importantly, I celebrate the behaviors that I want everyone to duplicate. When a new coach shares their announcement post, I'll screenshot it and put it into our thread and give them praise and encourage everyone else to go love on it. When a new coach signs their spouse or their first coach, I'll celebrate them in the message pod. When I see a new coach active in their stories or sharing a transformation, I'll praise them and tell the other coaches to go check it out. Make your list of things that you would love for a new coach to do, and then watch like a hawk to praise and celebrate each time a new coach does those things. Even if it's the same person half a dozen times in 1 week, praise, share, and celebrate anyway. Let's dig into the actual mentorship a bit more. They are now plugged in, they have a plan, a vision, and even a backup plan. I've broken up my mentorship for new coaches into 4 phases, and each phase is about 1 week. Phase 1, business basics setup. 2, creating that daily routine. 3 is social media support. 4, mindset, importance of consistency, and ideally setting up success partnerships. This works well for me because I'm able to phase my new coaches through vital behaviors in their business without overwhelming them. And by having a weekly focus, I can steer discussions in the right direction and keep them accountable and developing the right habits for business growth and development. Phase 1, to help my new coaches get set up for basic success, I have a simple course set up on my site. This could easily be made into a PDF or a unit section in your team page. It's 4 simple lessons to get set up and into profit. in their first week. Lesson 1 is how to set up their EFT and use ShareCart. Lesson 2 is reinforcing the importance of that coach announcement post we've already talked about, along with some examples they can pull inspiration from. In this lesson, I also teach them the importance of working from a list of names and tracking their conversations on pen and paper. Lesson 3 is script samples that they can use for inspiration when it comes to connecting and inviting friends and family, as well as a conversation flow they can use to share more information when someone says yes without word vomiting. In this lesson, I also make sure they have the PDF that our team is using to showcase a challenge pack and a challenge group and the value in it all. Lesson 4, I cover how and why they should get to Emerald in their first week. The goal in phase 1 is to help them sign up their first 2 or 3 people and get to Emerald rank. In phase 2, I want to get them on an open mic guided push hour. My team does these every Wednesday night because it's fun to work together, but also it gives any new coach a chance to jump on and see how simple and efficient it is to work against the clock and get a bunch of business activities completed in an hour with the ability to share and ask questions while we work. A second way I like to share how to do a push hour is to actually screen record me working my personal business against the clock and share that screen recording video with my new coaches. This way I can actually show them how I'm finding my niche, sending out connection messages, and inviting from posts and stories, etc. Each day in phase 2, I'll send them a push hour recording to follow along with and hold them accountable to showing up for their business. I teach them how to be resourceful so they don't need to rely on me to share or host those daily power hours to get it done. I facilitate discussion topics in each phase as well. So this week, we're gonna discuss sharing our lists and how we're staying organized with tracking, conversations, follow-ups, etc. We'll also discuss our schedules and how that seems to be working out or any tweaks that need to be made. And then we'll discuss bumps in the road that are bound to happen so we can chat it out and figure out how to overcome. The big goal for phase 2 is daily business activities and a consistent routine, plus creating that habit of tracking conversations. In phase 3, I start to focus on their social media, offering tips and tricks to level up and make their posts stand out. I have a social media resource guide that I'll give. I don't want it to feel like a training because I don't want them to stop their business activities to become a social media maven. That's gonna happen over time. They need to simply keep showing up and failing forward, precepts or not. But if they find themselves struggling with stories or how to edit a photo or create a workout video, I like to have a quick reference PDF that I put together in Canva, and I just pull YouTube videos from coaches that have already created these resources out there in the network and have already shared them. And I'll make it easy for my coach to think, okay, here's what I'm in need of. Let me go to my social media resource guide and watch that brief training so I can continue moving forward in my business. In phase 3, I will bring in social media audits where I screen record from my phone as I comb through their social media platform, looking for things to praise, tips to offer, tweaks they could use on future posts. And I'll share these audits with the group so they can all learn from each other. Discussion topics that I'll facilitate. How are they connecting and reconnecting in those one-on-one conversations? What are they saying in their invites? What objections are they working to overcome? And the different responses that might work. Usually by phase 4, a new coach needs to focus on mindset. The honeymoon phase is over and the excitement is wearing off, and they've got to be strong in their belief and persistent in their business activities to really find their footing for longevity in this business. We'll talk a lot about PD books we're reading and share takeaways each day. I like to offer a resource guide this week as well that has more to do with overcoming objections, handling ghosters, videos on vision and belief, plus a personal development menu. Again, I use already done videos I can find on YouTube and simply create a PDF on Canva. This way I can continue mentoring them, working closely with them one-on-one and in our message pod. And they don't have to wait for the perfect team training to roll around that would help them in a way that they need right here, right now. At this point in the mentorship process, it's typically pretty clear who's moving forward and making something of their business versus those who really aren't here for it. I like to pull out the go-getters out of the pod and create a new message pod with just them, facilitating a success partnership between or among them, depending on how many there are. I challenge them to lean into one another, to jump into the message pod daily and share tips, motivation, ask questions, or ask for feedback. And I'll be there 100% to help along the way, but I want to challenge them to start facilitating the topics and the discussion and rising up as leaders on our team. These are the people that I will now work closely with to achieve that diamond rank in their next couple of months. It's fun to see this little miniature team within the team blossom and the culture that develops between these new coaches as they grow together. We make Success Club in month 2 and 3 non-negotiable so they can earn Success Starter and get their free ticket to Summit ASAP. Plus, they definitely want to be in the next pilot test group, so that adds that layer of FOMO. From here, the group leads itself. They become the facilitators. Of course, if it gets quiet and I feel like additional challenges, prizes, social media audits, so on, if that's in order, then I'll jump in and I'll do it. Every group is different. Some months it's amazing, and other months I honestly don't have any go-getters to pull and run with. And that's okay. For the coaches who never really get moving, I check in on them one-on-one and see how I can best support them where they are. Usually, they need more time to focus on themselves before making the business a priority, and that's completely fine and totally normal. So there you have it. This flow really helps me guide and mentor effectively while being able to clearly identify and separate the coaches who are working and ready for a business so we can all use our time and efforts in the best way possible.
Woo! Did you get all that?
20.
Okay. So I'm curious to, without like going back and like rewatching anything, just what you guys pulled from it on your initial, yeah, Carrie, right? Let me move so fast. Yeah, so that's Alicia. It's so fast. That's why I really wanted to like break it down together. And I'm also recording. So because here's the deal is I'm the only one that has access to these videos. So it's like, I want you guys to go see them. So it's like, I'll play them on team calls or record them. So you can always go back in the YouTube and rewatch them. Kind of sneaky, but I just was like, we need these. I like, you guys have to see these. Like I was watching these this weekend and I'm like, oh, what did she say? What did she say? And like, then they were like, hey, we're going to upload all these videos into the NLC group. And I was like, okay. Because I felt the same way. I was like, whoa, like, what is that? I want to write down everything she said. So yeah, lots of pre-planned platforms. Absolutely. Like, and it's super cool to just see how she has the phases as well. So let me kind of back up. So I had taken notes originally when I watched it the first time, and then I'd taken just a few other notes that I noticed of things I didn't jot down the first time I watched it. So the first thing is understanding the purpose of being a coach and just the benefits of Shakeology, right? Like, or at least the performance line, like just really getting into the first idea of like getting healthy, getting on my health journey, starting a program, working on Ultimate Portion Fix or To Be Mindset. Like we all know that, right? Like the first and foremost, it is about that health journey, and it is all about getting on a health journey. Yeah, Tennille, isn't that like getting on a success package? Isn't that cool? I love that term phrase as well. I'm super excited to get organized too. To Allison, she's so organized. Like I can only imagine like how organized she is, where we need to go. I'm getting there. Hey, I actually got a whole calendar this month. Look at that, you guys. I got a whole, and it's just a Beachbody calendar. None of my bills are on here, nothing. It's like just a Beachbody calendar. It makes me feel all official and stuff. So, okay. So the first thing that I really noticed from her that I really wanted to show you guys, sorry, I'm going to go back to a screen share and I'm going to go back.
Proud of each one of you for making it a priority to be here at.
But I'm going to actually fast forward it to that web that she talks about. Did you guys see that? Oh, that's a little too far. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Okay. So hopefully you guys can see this. I can try to make it a little bit bigger. So what she said that she first does is creates a struggle web, which I had never heard of this before. This is definitely something interesting for me. But basically it's like, what is your struggle web? So what is your physical struggle? What is your financial struggle? Do you have emotional struggles, work life? And then you can see there's like little side things as well. So like for your physical struggle is like, maybe you have a C-section scar, maybe you have extra 5 or 10 pounds. Like just identifying these things is really what she's trying to get you to do, is identify like, what is your struggle as to why you started. You know, so like for family, it's like, I need a healthy lifestyle. I want to be more active for my family, or man, I'm overworked and underpaid at my job. Like, you know, I mean, like, so identifying what it is in your life that you're struggling with. Okay. Because then I believe what she's saying is that then you can plug Beachbody into how it can help these different struggles. So if you kind of listen to her,
which is basically a brain dump of pain points, struggles, and obstacles in life that this new coach is here to overcome.
You guys hear that part? So it's an opportunity for you to identify your struggles, and then how can we use Beachbody to overcome these obstacles in life? And so I think really helping our new coaches identify, what are my struggles and how can I use Beachbody to start working out of them? Okay, because then she also continues talking. And then once you've identified your struggles, you can start talking about them. And these can be talking points for your social media. So, you know, oh, I struggle because I'm overworked and I'm underpaid. Well, now that's a topic I can use on my social media. You know, I started as a Beachbody coach because I wanted to make extra income, because I'm tired of working, you know, overtime at this other job just to make money. And so maybe if I can make money by getting healthy, I don't need to work overtime over here. Okay. So it's an opportunity for you to identify your struggles and then use Beachbody to work out of those struggles, but also use those struggles to maybe connect with other people as well. Because there might be somebody else out there that says, man, I'm overworked too, you know, and I'm underpaid and I'm unhealthy. Maybe if I did this whole coaching thing with her and I got healthy, then maybe I could quit my job too. Or maybe I wouldn't have to work overtime as well. So I love that idea of creating a struggle web. I don't think we've ever really done anything like that before. So it'd be really cool to kind of see what we can all come up with and what each and every single one of our own struggle webs are. Okay, so then after this, she kind of talks into an outline for social media. I'm going to pull up the chat too, because I want to hear what you guys have to say. And you can pull it. Sorry, I've got like a million things open here. Where is it? It's always like super tiny. Okay. Can I get it in front of here? Okay. Oh, I love that. See, I knew I wanted to see your guys' comments. Okay, I love that. Screenshot that. Yeah, can you guys screenshot that? I can make it big again so you guys can screenshot it. Or I can also probably, I'm on my computer, but if I'm on my phone and I pull it up, I can screenshot that for sure. I love the idea of calling it a warrior web. Oh, I love it. Okay. So then she moved on to outlines for social media for new coaches. So
this struggle web is social media gold, because even though they might not be where they want to be yet, Beachbody is the vehicle to get there. They now have the solution and are taking action to make positive change, which is way more than most can say. And I bet they have countless friends, family, and connections who are stuck somewhere in that struggle web with no plan for change or a solution. So let's find those people and bring them with us from day one. Let's create posts that will reach and inspire those people. From here, we can create a posting plan for social media. Giving an outline for social media for a new coach is huge, because majority aren't used to being in the spotlight and consistently sharing on their platform. I help them get set up with their first 5 posts. Monday is the coach announcement. Tuesday is a vulnerable pain point post. Wednesday, workout behind the scenes. Thursday, a recipe or a nutritional tip they've learned so far. Friday, and I bet you didn't know post, where they
Okay, so this is something also that I think we've all kind of been working on this too a little bit lately. Like I know a lot of the girls have been, like Kristen had created that, like a bunch of words that reference kind of Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. And so she kind of shared that with us. And then Tessa said that she had been doing, and so it actually been doing kind of like certain days, certain posts. And, you know, we've always had like Flex It Friday and Sweaty Selfie Saturday and, you know, the things like that. But these are kind of different. I kind of really liked the ideas of, you know, on your Monday, even if you're not a coach announced it, but maybe every Monday you just talk about the coaching opportunity. You know, maybe even if you're not a new coach, you could still apply this. Like, okay, so Monday, I'm just going to talk about the coaching opportunity every Monday. Maybe that will hold you accountable to be like, not only am I going to talk about coaching, but I'm going to talk about how coaching has changed me and how I think it can change other people as well. And then Tuesday, you could have Transformation Tuesday or vulnerable, you know, pain point. Maybe it's physical pain, maybe it's mental pain, maybe it's social pain, and whatever it is, however you can find it. But this is a great way if you're struggling of finding what to post every single day. This is a great little map out. Workout, I love behind the scenes, like maybe just like a little workout video, or maybe it's before with your Energize or your Recover, and then recipe or nutritional tip, and then Friday, I bet you didn't know this about me. I thought that was kind of cool as well. Feel free to use the chat, you guys. I'm kind of trying to zoom through this because I know it's 9 o'clock, but I feel like we have so much to talk about. Okay, so I thought that was kind of cool. And then I'm gonna stop screen sharing here. So then we have daily routines, habits, and like power pockets. So finding those times that you can work, but really creating that routine, you guys. I'm gonna tell you, if you just wake up and are like, at some point today, I'm gonna send invites, you're not going to send invites, okay? Because you don't want to, all right? And so if you don't schedule it, you're probably going to continue to push it off. And so that's where it's really important right from the beginning, you're creating some sort of habit or routine for yourself when it comes to working your Beachbody business. Even if, you guys, it's 30 minutes. You friend requested 2 people, you followed up with 2 people, you checked in the Warrior Women chat, you posted in the Warrior Women Challenge group, and you checked in with your 2 challengers. Maybe that's where you're at, right? Like maybe you're not working 8 hours a day like I am at coaching. Maybe you have 30 minutes. But if you don't use those 30 minutes wisely, those 30 minutes are going to go by like that. Okay. And then all of a sudden you're not going to have time for Beachbody, because you never have time for Beachbody when you sit down to do it. But the issue is that you're sitting down without a purpose. Okay. You're sitting down to work your Beachbody business, but you have no routine or habit or checklist to even go off of. That's why I love that power hour. I can resend it to you guys as well. That I actually created a new one. So I had one created like 4 years back, and I just created a new one this year. So if you guys don't have access to that, I will send it to you. But it's super important. It's super great. Even if you did half the stuff on that power hour, it would move your business forward every single day. I promise. Okay. I'll send it again because sometimes it gets lost a little bit over like the course of a month. So I'll send it again out to you guys. Make sure you guys, what she was talking about is like, you know, what would $800 do for your family in 3 months from now versus what would happen if you didn't have that $800 for your family, if you didn't put in that effort. So right now, if you put in the effort, 3 months from now, you could easily bring in an extra $500 to $800 for your family. You absolutely could. If you're willing to work for it, apply yourself, and do your daily habits. If you don't, what is your family going to have to miss out on? You know? So even think about now, like maybe you want an amazing Christmas. You have 11 months. Maybe what if you put $100 from your Beachbody check every month back, and you gave your family one hell of a Christmas by the end of this year. But you have to start now. Those goals, those visions, that idea has to start now. So you can start building, and then you hold yourself accountable throughout the whole year, the whole time. And so what I think really what she's trying to say too is like, if your goal is here, but your work ethic is here, you're going to have a disconnect every time, right? Like if your goal is to be diamond, but you're barely even signing up one person, you're like, this has no connection. I have no connection. But really it's because you're giving an emerald like effort. Okay. You're actually not giving diamond effort. So you have to double check. If my goals are here, my effort has to be here too. Okay. My goal can't be here and my effort be here. Okay, because then we're going to have a disconnect, and then you're going to probably find an excuse as to why you can't work Beachbody. And I'm going to be like, no, it's just that you set the goal, but you didn't apply the effort. You didn't set the routine. You didn't set the habit. You didn't set the non-negotiables. Okay, so if your goal is one, you also have to say, okay, if that's my goal, then my habits need to reflect that goal. My habits need to be to the standard of that goal. Okay, never decrease the goal. If your goal is diamond, that's the goal. Okay? Increase your effort. Never decrease the goal. If at one point in your mind you have thought you could be a diamond coach, that's the goal. Okay? That's it. You don't decrease that ever. That's the goal. Increase your effort, find a way to increase that effort to match your goal. Okay? Because if not, you guys are going to be constantly disappointed. You're going to be constantly feeling guilty. You're going to constantly be shaming yourself. And then that's really doing the reverse work that we're all trying to do anyway. But what if you rise to the occasion? What if you stayed up an extra hour later, or you really did wake up that extra hour time, or you didn't watch that movie and you did sit on your computer and you did send invites and follow-ups and you did sign that person up and you did hit your goals? Imagine how much more excited and achieved you're going to feel compared to feeling shame and guilt and like you need to decrease your goal. Never, I'm going to say it again. Never decrease your goal. The goal is there for a reason. You need to find the effort inside of you and the reason why to stick with it. Okay. Okay. This was like one of my favorite things that she said, just like kind of even going off right what we just said. How can you find a way to stay resilient regardless of any circumstances? Girls, if we can coach through a freaking pandemic, we're like basically like we could do anything. So I feel I'm like, man, if we can get through last year, like we can do anything. If I can coach after losing my house in Hurricane Harvey, you can do anything. I coached and I was homeless. I didn't even know where to send my Shakeology for an entire month. I was like, I don't know where to send this because I don't have a house. But I still ordered it. I still got it. And I still stayed coaching always. Okay? Never decrease the goal because of short-term circumstances. Okay, I knew I was not going to be dealing with Hurricane Harvey forever. That was a short-term circumstance that I was dealing with, and I still had long-term goals. Yeah, maybe they slowed down at that time, but they were always still there, and I was always still working towards them. Okay, so you guys may have short-term circumstances that give your businesses hiccups. That's okay. You're going to learn from those. Never decrease the goal. That's still there. You're still pushing through. Okay. And then I'm just going to follow up with her, and I know we got to go, but I do want to like still talk about this, or if you guys want to watch it again and give your notes on it, I feel like there's a lot to talk about with it. Celebrate everything, you guys. Celebrate your challengers, celebrate your coaches, celebrate each other. even if you just celebrated that person yesterday. Continue to encourage each other, to support each other. And like I literally wrote down, you can never celebrate too much. You can never praise somebody too much. You can never encourage somebody too much. They may say, oh my gosh, okay, like this is too much. You're gonna be like, nope, you deserve this. You deserve this because you are going above and beyond right now. Okay. You can never praise or reward somebody too much. And even as much as we do it, I still feel like I could do it more. I still feel like there's things out there that I missed, and I'm like, oh, I didn't even see she posted this. She posted it 10 hours ago and I'm just not seeing it. And I'm like, oh, I'm trying to catch up. Like, I literally want to see all of you guys all the time, everything you're doing. And I'm like constantly searching for you guys. And I love that idea of like, I'm searching for your guys' content rather than just like meandering through my newsfeed. I'm searching for you guys. So, and then there's like that whole last section that she did about the phases, about phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, about how really, in the beginning, it's like getting your account set up, knowing how to do a share cart, and then get your daily routine. The third one, I don't have the third one wrote down. The fourth one is like getting your mindset, getting those go-getters, that kind of mindset. So I know that we're all probably going to want to watch this video again. I'm going to download this call ASAP. I'll get it up to YouTube so I can get it over to you guys. And then you can just like click in, to the time. I think we started talking about 9:30. So social. Thank you, Tennille. I was like, why is that one blank? I love the idea also that she does like screen sharing, and she'll like go through people's social media and like talk to them like, hey, maybe you could use cover photos, or hey, I'm loving these photos, or I'm loving the way that you're talking about this. So, but it's like, I'm in your social media talking to you about your social media. Anybody would love for me to do that, I'd be happy to do that for you guys. If you guys want, be like, hey, can you just check out my social media? I could do a screen share video like that, that she was talking about. But you guys, I have 4 more videos just like this to show you. And it's an overload of content for me this past weekend. I've been literally like so excited about showing you guys this content because I know it's gold. It's the information that we need to go to the next level. And I know it can be a little scary, right? When you're just like, holy shit, that was a lot of information. And maybe you're like, I don't even know where to start, but just know that I'm going to be funneling through this information as well. So I'm going to help us apply it all. I'm going to help us shift through all of it. And I've got other top coaches and maybe people that have been here maybe a little bit longer than you. We're all going to help the team learn this information and start applying these daily habits and start applying some of this new coach information. I was talking to Tennille and Alicia, and we were talking about getting onboard packets. So when you join coach, our team, Warrior Women, that you get something in the mail that has like a laminated power hour and all the discounts broke down and maybe a sample, but you get like a little packet in the mail when you join. And maybe it can have like a phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, something printed out where they know where they can go to get the videos. Like, here's the deal. We don't have an upline. I'm your guys' upline. We don't have an upline that was like super awesome and like in the top 10 and handling all of this stuff for us. We are going to have to create it ourselves, which can be scary and empowering at the same time, right? It's however we want to look at it. We could say, oh my God, there's no way we could do that. Or we could say, challenge accepted. Let's see what we can come up with. Let's continue refining it. Maybe we'll have some coaches join. We'll send out the packets, realize, they could be tweaked a little bit, or maybe we're missing this. And then we can add it and try it again. And we have the opportunity, you guys. This is our business. We can do it however we want. But I need your guys' help for sure. Can't do this alone. I don't want to, because I know that I have all of you guys and you all are such smart, amazing women that I don't need to come up with this by myself. I have you guys to lean on and say, let's create this together. Maybe we don't have an upline that plugs us into all of her coach training and all of her beautiful templates that she's already created. That's okay. We're going to create them ourselves. We are going to create a system for our people to come into and feel supported right off the bat. Is it created yet? Nope. But I feel like with the videos that I've watched over the weekend and having a couple conversations with a couple of the girls that I've talked to this week, I think we're ready to do something like that. And I think that it could really, really help a lot of our girls that come into our team feel that extra support and that extra guidance. Okay. So if you guys, if your wheels are spinning like my wheels, go ahead, Nicole.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, just like a to-do list, like, like what she said that if you're just starting out, it's okay. Because I want to get to Emerald, I really do. But the one that I was really focusing on, she got COVID. So it's like I'm just like trying to like tiptoe, eggshell, try to, because I know she was really weak with it. So
Yeah.
but just a to-do list, just like I know I still have to get like my bod thing all set up with like even my picture. I haven't even done that yet, but I'm just like summer's coming, summer's coming, summer's coming. But why do I have to wait for summer?
Right.
Spring break. I mean, it's just trying to get that time in there to try to do it. So just even just a simple starting out to-do list would be awesome.
I love that. Because I had created, just a few months ago, I created a getting started right for challengers. So really, that's essentially what we're doing is like getting started right for coaches is what I would love to do. And so get your brains like, okay, when I started as a coach, what was good and what was bad? Like what did I need more of? But what was also like super amazing? And maybe we just need to start creating like pros and cons lists. Like, when I was a coach, it was awesome. I got plugged into a coach training and then it was, I got supported because I went straight into a challenge group. Or maybe when you started, we weren't running a challenge group or we weren't, like what, I think we're just going to have to weigh those pros and cons. And maybe with all of us combined, we can create some templates for some girls that when they come on, they have like a checklist and resources, and maybe they can go into our coach access page on Facebook and be able to go into the files, and we have files of how to take a natural sunlight photo, how to upload a Canva, how to make a quick video on Viva Video. We can start creating these things for our future coaches to come into and just have access to. Like she said, is like, maybe you're not running a coach training, but you had a coach join on and now they're not getting the same training that someone else did. But how can we get everybody started regardless of what season it is or what time it is or anything like that? They get the same startup as everybody else. So lots of information, lots to think about when it comes to that. But I definitely think that once we get going and once we start creating it, our brains will naturally take the lead. I really think so. I think it's just getting started, right? Like just with anything else, it's just with getting started, you're like, so what do I do? But then as soon as you start making a list and you go, oh yeah, so get on your bod and start your journey. And then let's maybe give some ideas for some posts that you could do for the first week. And, oh, okay, so now it's starting to create itself. But watching this video kind of gives us something to go off of too. So I will probably go back and also rewatch this video again. We really didn't get to talk much about the second part of it, but tons of good info, you guys. And I'm hoping all this month that we can really, really just dive into these videos and take our coaching up. I know maybe you didn't think that you would have made it this far in coaching. Okay. Maybe you were like, I can't believe I'm still here coaching. I'm like actually doing this, right? Embrace it. That's what I say. Embrace that you have come this far, even if you didn't think that you were going to. Okay. Because I know I'm looking at your guys' faces. I know some of you guys didn't think that you would be here running bod groups or showing up to morning workouts. You're like, who am I? And you think that maybe that's far enough, but it's not. Okay. You have so much more to give to this team if you would just allow yourself and feel confident in what you provide. Because I'm serious, you guys, if you just believe that you're here for a purpose, the sky is the limit. Absolutely. And you are here for an absolute reason. Our worlds were not connected this randomly, okay, if it weren't on purpose. So embrace it and just say, what if I did put my all in it? What if I just stopped doubting myself? What if I just stopped leaning away when I should lean in? Okay, you're here. And I think we all actually like to be here, right? Like we show up on a Thursday for no reason. I think that means that we like each other on some level. So let's lean in a little bit further and see what's possible. Okay. So, all right, it's 9:18. I'm letting you guys go. I've been talking since like 7 this afternoon. I've been at my desk all day, actually. So I'm ready to get away from it for the day, but my wheels have been cranking and I've been very excited about our meeting. So I was getting lots of info ready for that. All right, ladies, have a fabulous day. Keep working towards your Team Cup goals. If you're not on Team Cup, that's totally fine. You can still work towards goals. We have 9-week control free going. We have people doing Morning Meltdown 100. There are things happening. Do not miss out on this opportunity to be part of it. Okay? All right. Love you, girls. Have a good night, okay? Bye.